reason why, I thought Boston was very, very attractive as a location when I moved from Chicago. Basically, it's a vibe of very historic place, but it also has this whole tech world. It's a very new tech feel, which people think is only in San Francisco, but actually here as well.
Boston is growing, and from an economical standpoint, a job standpoint, is continuing to excel. And of course, Wayfair is headquartered here, and the same thing is happening at Wayfair.
Wayfair is a giant here. So when you work for Wayfair in Boston, you're working with one of the giants in the tech community, so it has prestige to it.
I work with some of the coolest people I've ever worked with here. Just like a really fascinating, cross-cultural spread of all sort of individuals. We're all bringing something very different to the table.
So I would definitely say that Boston has become more diverse. I think there's a lot of things to do, and the diversity that has grown here has created niche communities based on interests or backgrounds, languages.
Wayfair is located at a place that's very easily accessible through different sorts of public transportation. We live right now about 25 minutes outside of the city, so it would be easy for us to enjoy everything downtown while maintaining a suburban lifestyle. We wanted a house with a yard that had easy access to everything. I felt like in Boston, we really found a balance.
My commute to work is actually really easy. It's a straight shot, and I get dropped off right in the Prudential Center, which is great. Living in Atlanta before and growing up in California, we don't really do public transportation, but coming here was super easy.
So I personally live in the South End, which is just 1.5 Spotify songs is my commute when I walk to work.
You will love all the little mini downtowns and all the little food stuff and all the people that are there. You'll enjoy that atmosphere.
Part of the low-key nature of people in Boston is that generally people aren't boastful. They have a high degree of humility. A lot of people are pretty intellectual. People are not going to be bragging about what a great city it is. And so because of that, I think we actually don't get as much credit for what a great place it is to be.
Some of the best schools in the country are located here. Some of the best hospitals in the country are located here. So where else would I go?
Boston, I like it's historical. It feels like one of the first real cities in America. So it has that historical richness that I like as a person whose family comes from Europe.
I lived here for about 1.5 years and I still feel like a tourist. There's a ton of museums, there's a ton of activities, a ton of restaurants, very heavy food scene, which I absolutely love.
There are a ton of good restaurants. The music scene is surprisingly really vibrant and good.
New England's beautiful. I mean, within a very short car ride, you're in beautiful countryside.
You could get to Maine very easily, the White Mountains, skiing in Vermont, the Berkshires in western Massachusetts, or you could go down to Rhode Island to Newport.
In the summertime, you're less than an hour from the beach. If you want to go to a city beach, it's like you get on the T and you're there in 10 minutes.
We're not that far away from New York. Boston has a great airport, so you can fly to other places. And you're very central to a lot of other very cool weekend getaways.
It's very green when it gets going here. When autumn starts to pass, it gets very green. It's lovely. Summer here is beautiful. So you have a real 4 seasons.
There is a lot of children-focused activities that you could do here. You would probably not find a better place than Boston and suburbs in terms of schools and raising children.
It's a great sports town, big sports fan, and we've got a lot of good sports teams up here.
I've gone to all the parades because it's fun to see it, and to see the whole city kind of come out and turn out for their sports teams is pretty cool.
Boston is attracting people from all over the world who really want to do innovative things and put their best foot forward and really learn as much as they can. The companies who are headquartered and centered here kind of get that same energy from employees, and you definitely feel that walking through the halls of Wayfair for sure.